Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am showcasing another layout that I created for Coco Vanilla Studios using their No Limits collection. This collection was released in February of this year, so 2022, and it's their newest collection yet, and it is boy themed. And so that makes my heart happy because although I love scrapbooking pictures of my two girls, I also have a man-child at home that needs documenting as well. And so by the man-child, I mean my husband. And so this collection is perfect. As much as he loves my layouts, sometimes he says, "Why do you always use florals on my layouts?" And now I don't have to. So I had an idea in mind when I first started this collection and this layout, and this is something that I've done previously in the past, years past, is that I like to sometimes skew my background paper a bit. And so you see that I took a white piece of cardstock and I cut it down about, I want to say 2 inches, so it was about 10 by 10. It was about 10 by 10 inches across, and then I matted it with the wood grain paper, and the wood grain paper there is called Big Bang, and it's absolute perfection. And then I took both pieces and adhered them both to the navy blue paper there that you see in the background, and that one there is called Eclipse, and that one there is the most like regal, inky, kind of purpley blue, like variegated like background, just succulent. I love it. And then, so the photograph that I'm scrapbooking there is a photo of my husband, like I mentioned, and this was from this past summer when we went mining for crystals. And so I use that term loosely because basically it's a place, a large piece of land that they haul in trucks of like various crystals, and then you sort through them and you take what you want and you pay by the pound. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of fun. And so he was jigging and hammering or with a mallet at something, and I said, "Hey, look up!" And he looked up and he was smiling, and I was like, "It's." I snapped this picture, and it's my very favorite picture of him. And so I took there, as you saw, the two pocket cards, and I'm going to use them on my layout as layering pieces. And so here I'm sifting through the die cut ephemera, and I'm going to take some pieces. Now there's this frame here that you see that it's not that one there that I use, it's the larger one. And so I like how that one is drawn, and so I want to use it, but it's also a little bit too big. So I just cut it down and overlapped it a bit. So instead of it being square in shape, it's now rectangular. I was pretty proud of myself for that one. And it was exactly what I needed in that corner there. And so I took a piece of the that rainbow striped paper as well, and I used that as kind of like a filler piece. And so now you see here that I'm taking the pocket cards, and I just cut them down slightly because I had already glued down my photograph, which is fine. I made it work, and no one can tell. That star piece is going to be adhered down eventually. It's actually like the outline of a die cut piece, and it's like freaking perfect. Like I love it. Now here that you see, I'm going through the titles. Let's see, die cut titles, and I decide that I want my title to be the best ever. And so the chipboard sheet has the best, and it has something else as well that I can't recall right now because I can't even see it on screen. And I want to write the word ever, but there's no word ever. And I don't want to pull out my thickers because why would I do that when this collection has all the words and they match perfectly, right? So I take the word adventure and I make the word ever out of it. Pretty ingenious, right? So I have my own custom word there that I was stoked about because now I could use the title that I wanted to, you know, to add to my layout. So anyway, if you know my husband, you know that he's actually the best ever. This is a guy who's charismatic and funny and so ever loving and like the best provider and like the best dad ever. And so when I tell you that he's the best ever, he's the best ever. I might have a bit of a slight bias, but I'm his wife. What can I say? And I'm taking the chipboard here. This is from the chipboard sticker sheet. And there's like a Polaroid frame, and so I just decided to back it with a bit of cardstock that I have from the matting of the photograph. And because it's sticky, it sticks so well. I didn't have to do anything. And so I'm going to create my title there on the left-hand side of the photo. I want to add this other piece of frame. I just don't know how I'm going to make it work. I end up cutting it. I move it around 6,000 times. And you'll see what I do in a minute when I decide to actually adhere it down. So now I'm just going to adhere the best ever, so the title, with my hot glue gun, and all I'm doing is removing the sticky part from the chipboard letters and using my hot glue gun to adhere them down. Like, ever since I discovered, oh my gosh, what like a brain fart that I had, that I could use my hot glue gun to stick things down instead of like waiting for wet glue to dry, or even like my ATG gun, which is always a pain in my rear end. Yeah, game changer for me. So because the title is sitting on the chipboard frame, I need to prop up the bottom of them. So I just added some dimensional foam there, as you can see, and I am just sticking it all down with my hot glue gun. Now this is again where I try to play with that chipboard piece, that chipboard frame, and I was hell-bent and determined that I was going to use it, and I did, and not in the way that I thought I was going to. Now I'm taking stickers from the accessory stickers. I'm going to take some of the words, and so this is how I convey my journaling, I guess, in a way. And I have the original, the best. Here I'm also taking some gold thread and winding it around my fingers and creating a little bit of a nest. I'm going to tuck some behind the upper right-hand corner of the photograph. I'm also going to adhere some to the bottom as well, just to balance things out. And I have a visual triangle there with the thread, you'll see in a minute. In the top left-hand corner of the nest that I made there, I add a wood button, and that one says "You Rock." And now I'm adding the final piece of gold thread at the bottom there. I add some hot glue just to make sure it doesn't shift. And this is how I decide that I'm going to use the frame, is that it's going to actually go around that sticker title piece that says the original, the best, right? So it kind of looks like it's hanging off. You get it? You get where I was going with that? I'm also going to take some foam here and prop up "You're the Best." Obviously, I think he's the best because I've said it 6,000 times on this layout alone. But you get my message, right? This guy's the best. So then that sticker at the top there says "Total Legend," and that is from the ephemera. And I'm just going to add bits and pieces. I love that there's stars in this collection. I'm a big fan of stars as well. And the colors are perfect. Like, you could even use this collection for girls if you wanted to. Like, who says that girly colors have to be like pink and red? Or not pink and red, pink and purples. Or, you know, like peaches. And no, use whatever makes your little heart happy. I'm taking another wood button and I'm adding the yellow one. I made a visual triangle there with the yellow, and that's, I guess, eye appealing. It's pleasing to the eye. I'm taking some other bits and pieces and I'm adding them around the layout as well. I really wanted to use that aqua star. I think I do. I think it makes it on the layout. I sure hope it does because I really wanted to use it. And these are the tiny type there. Those are also from the accessory stickers. And so it says "Living Large," the original. I think one's going to say "Beast Mode." And let's see what else that it says. Yeah, there goes the Beast Mode one, and that last one says "No regrets ever." For sure, for sure, for sure. I'm just going to play with a bit more of the ephemera and tuck it in behind my layout. Just want to make it as aesthetically pleasing as I can. And then I add that smile big because his smile in this photograph is just chef's kiss. I like this guy. I don't know if you can tell. These are the puffy stickers, and I'm using them and spreading those little stars around. I took not all the yellow ones, but I used only the yellow ones. Here I'm finishing off and adding some sprinkles of love to my layout with my Heidi Swap Color Shine. And that's my layout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my process. Thank you guys so much for all the love you always show. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you want to continue to be friends, or if you want to be friends, find me on my socials. You'll see the link there. My Facebook, my Instagram. My Instagram is mainly more where I'm more active. Yeah. We can even be friends on TikTok. I don't really post anything, but let's be friends. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Also, I will leave the links to the Coco Vanilla Studio Facebook page and all their links in the description box below. Have an awesome day, guys. We'll see you in the next video.